Hello, today we'll be building a paper template for our skateboard that you'll be custom building yourself. I'm Marcel and this is Chris and we work at the Roarockit Skateboard Company. So let's get started. We've got a piece of paper that we've pre-cut to the size of our board before the shoot, but we can get started by creating a center line, and we'll do this by folding the sheet in half down the length. Let's give you a nice accurate line. If your board is going to be symmetrical in more than one direction, you can make life easy for yourself by folding it a second time into quarters. But today we'll just be making a unidirectional board. We'll start out by laying out the feature lines on our boards. We can start by marking the width and the length of the board. For this build, we'll simply be doing some kicktails and a bit of concave. For this shoot, we're using a Sharpie to mark down all our lines, but we recommend using a pencil for all of your work. It makes it easier to erase your mistakes and try again. An alternative way to start your design is to figure out your wheelbase. You can lay that out first and then design your shape around that. Or if you've got an existing mold, like we do today, you can base your design around those dimensions. There we go. So as you can see on our sheet of paper, we've got our kicktails laid out, and we've got our concave laid out. All of this is arranged around the center line, which is done in the fold. Now that we've got our features and our boundaries laid out, it's time to put our shape. We'll be using a drafting ruler for this step. It's very handy for drawing curves. You can pick it up at any local craft store. And voila, there's our board. This, if you've got some very basic features, you can take this moment to sort of tweak your shape. It's a good time to, play around with it now that you've got your boundaries marked off. You could add some hips to your board if you want. You could throw in some little hourglass shape, maybe tweak the tail or the nose if they're not to your satisfaction. You're making a skateboard. It's completely up to you. The sky's the limit. Yeah. We've got our shape down and it's time to cut it out. We can use any number of cutting devices. We've got a pair of scissors, there's an X-Acto knife, but there's also a pen knife that one can use. I prefer this a lot because it gives you a lot of control and stability when you're cutting something like a curved line. Perfect. And here we go. We've got ourselves one pretty kickin' skateboard shape. We're going to take this and we'll lay it out on a piece of foam that we've got for our mold, which we'll be building later in the series, but for now we've got one that works for what we've got. You want to lay it down, make sure that all of your features fit, they bend where you expected them to. They're flat where you expected them to. You've got room for kicks. You've got room for your trucks. It's a good time to sort of visualize what your end product's going to be. If you don't like it, well, it was paper and 2 minutes of work. So start over, let your mind roll free. And there you go. Here we are.
We're